For the next session, I'd like to call on stage Rakshit Kejriwal, President of Phillips Education, to talk about youth empowerment addressing the skill gap.
Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, APAC, for this wonderful opportunity to be in presence of this august audience. Today, we'll talk a little bit about the importance of skilling, especially through the lens of manufacturing, advanced manufacturing. So I would like to make an opening statement here that it is literally impossible for any civilization or any country to become a world power without the power of manufacturing and advanced manufacturing happening on their own shores. And this is something that we've seen in case of US, Germany, Korea, Japan, and latest is the China, right? In the last 10, 15 years, the kind of manufacturing they've shown to the world, they've actually become the world power because of that, because they are supplying to the world. Now, the good part is our government has realized the importance and power of manufacturing, and hence the terms Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat were coined and are being implemented with forceful rigor. And we are seeing it on the grounds as part of the industry. Now, we are at a very, very interesting inflection point wherein we have the youth and we have the manufacturing mandate from the government, and the industry is always ready to implement and be supportive of that, right? So I'll start with what our contribution has been at Phillips Education. We are advanced manufacturing technology company worldwide, but what we do at Phillips Education is we train and skill youth at ITI polytechnic levels, even engineering, and then we also place the trained youth with 100% placement ratios. So I'll just show you a small video. It's a 2-minute video. We've partnered with one of our partnerships with the state of Uttarakhand. World Bank is also a partner in that, and we created some little magic over there. We'll see.
मेरा नाम शोभित है। मैं देहरादून के छोटे से गांव काली माटी में रहता हूँ। मैंने अपनी 10वीं और 12वीं अपने पास वाले गांव बड़ासी से पूरी की है।
अपने बजट के हिसाब से हमने उनको बच्चे के लिए ITI करवाया। थोड़ा सा इनकी जो थोड़ी तबीयत ठीक नहीं रहती है, तो इसलिए थोड़ी सी अपनी आर्थिक स्थिति के देखते हुए मैं थोड़ा जॉब भी करती हूँ।
थोड़ा डर लगा कि दूर कैसे कर पाएगा बच्चा, थोड़ा सीख पाएगा दूर जाके भी।
पर ये है कि बच्चे को एक जॉब मिलेगी तो उसके लिए माँ बाप को अच्छा ही लगेगा ना, थोड़ा सा भटकना नहीं पड़ता बच्चे को इधर उधर।
ITIs में हमें मैनुअली मशीनों को चलाना सिखाया जाता था, या किसी वर्कपीस को काटना हेक्सा से या हथौड़ों से वर्कपीस को बनाया जाता था।
Students must transition from older, conventional methods to more contemporary approaches to achieve a more efficient workflow.
फिर उसके बाद हमारे फिलिप एजुकेशन में हमारे सर ने बताया इधर CNC मशीन्स का यूज़ किया जाता है। तो फिर इधर आने के बाद हमने कैड कैम सीखा और फिर हमने मशीनें सीखी जो कि हमारी कंप्यूटर के द्वारा चलाई जाती है। इसमें हम इनपुट देते हैं, देन इसके बाद मशीन वर्क करती है।
At Phillips Education's Center of Excellence, we're dedicated to empowering students like Shobit, guiding them to shape their futures and conquer the challenges on the path to recognition and success.
Before joining, they were very conventional students. Our trainer taught the students SolidWorks and Mastercam as well. There is a campus placement and companies are approaching Phillips Education causes that they are getting a skilled manpower.
तो उत्तराखंड सरकार और फिलिप एजुकेशन का मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने बच्चों को रोजगार देने का एक अच्छा स्रोत दिया है कि जिससे कि बच्चे अपने देश से बाहर भी जाकर काम कर सकते हैं।
Phillips Education is a global manufacturing technology education company dedicated to bridging the gap between the manufacturing industry's needs and the skills of current and future talents. To bridge that gap, Phillips Education has started a collaborative venture with the Uttarakhand government by establishing Center of Excellence. At Phillips Education's Center of Excellence, we're not just shaping careers, we're transforming lives.
These are generally 20, 21-year-old students. And when they come to us, sometimes they don't even know Hindi, forget English, right? They are sometimes from the hills of certain regions. So we do a finishing course with them as well. And in 3 months, they are not only technically skilled, but they are also groomed to face the industry as well. And what we've seen is that there's a immeasurable demand for these skilled ITI students. In 3 months to 4 months, they are basically ready. I can proudly say that all the students that we've trained so far have gotten 100% placed, and their average salary is about 25,000 rupees per month, which unfortunately or fortunately is more than what we are reading about the IT engineers in Cognizant and the other places, right? So it's a telling times that skills are so important. And I get calls directly from companies now wherein they're saying that when is the next batch coming, and I'm picking up all your students. So my November batch and Feb batch are fully booked, pre-booked before they are also coming out. So these are the levels of the interventions, and that's something which I want to show through one of the testimonials we took from our companies, because we really like to see if we are making a difference or not, and where we can learn which we are not probably doing right. So.
Myself, Sanjay Bhakkar, and he is my partner Devnath. We are basically two directors of this company, Soltech Industries India Private Limited. We are in the manufacturing of plastic molds, press tools, and jigs and fixtures. We hired 2 students from Phillips Education Center of Excellence who have been trained in Industry 4.0 technology. We are extremely happy with these students. They have been extremely trained on advanced machines and processes. Their understanding on latest technologies and tools are impressive. They bring innovation and efficiency in our processes. Working with Phillips Education has been a great decision. Their students are ready to contribute from day one and add value to the business. Phillips Education is building the future of manufacturing, one skilled machinist at a time.
So we regularly keep talking to understand what's happening on the ground. So when we look at advanced manufacturing, we just don't limit ourselves to the core technologies of machining, 3D printing, robotics. We are now adding a layer of industry where the jobs are there, like AI, ML, then there is the whole semiconductors, EVs and drones, which are also being requested. So we are adding that layer because once the foundation of CAD/CAM and all of these things are there, adding a layer of semiconductors and chips and drones and EVs is easier. And once the students are trained in both these layers, which is one is the foundational layer and then the industry layer, they're actually valued in gold right now because that's the level of shortage in the industry. So I think industry and government and academia, all three have to come together. And the way we do it, I'll just go over some of the slides for you. So our presence is across the globe, you can see. We set up Center of Excellences. Although we are focused in India because that's where the growth is happening, but we are also in Middle East, North Africa, America, Malaysia. These places give us an edge in terms of we try to get some of our students to do internships outside the country as well. And some of the best practices that we are seeing outside India, we try to bring it to Indian context as well. So that's something that we try very hard. This is the Uttarakhand, the student that you saw. So the way it was done was we worked with World Bank. It was a World Bank funded project. So World Bank and ADB are very heavily interested, of course, in the Indian context. The government provided us the space and everything else. The government also contributed in Uttarakhand's context, and we also contributed a lot from our perspective. So it was a combination wherein the state government, the World Bank, and the industry, which is us, came together and created the Center of Excellences. The first one was set up in Haridwar in Uttarakhand, and then it was succeeded by 3 more centers which will open in November, which is 2 more places over there. And just yesterday, I was again in Dehradun meeting with the state ministry because they are now so happy with the results that they want to take it to the entire state, and we might be setting up 10 more centers over there. So that is just, small successes lead for the state to believe that it is possible, and they are kind of partnering with us, and they're also partnering with other companies as well. We don't really need to know that why do we need to discuss this part, but just the important part in this is that we should keep an eye that where are the jobs, where are the next 10 years going to be, and making sure that our ITI kids or Polytechnic, even engineering students are fully equipped with them. Because I think it's, as the gentleman before me said, that, it's degree is one, but the skill is the important part. We have a mobile app, which we call the Phillips Machinist app. Actually, this app is very, very powerful for connecting our students to the industry. It's a live app. You can download it on your phones, both Android and iOS. It's available. So at any point, we at least have 500 to 600 jobs on our app, mostly in machining, renewable energy. We are working with a leading renewable energy company as well, and they have 300 people to hire in the next 4 months, and we are training for that as well. So a lot of these kind of jobs are there, and lo and behold, all the jobs that we fill for in this segment are between the range of 25 to 30,000 rupees a month, right? I mean, and this requires just 3 months of intervention. That's what we do. So this is basically the mobile app, which we leverage because we believe that some of the states are now talking to us for a much larger mandate. And even though we have a placement cell of our own, an offline placement cell will not really cut it. So that hence, something like this will be the matchmaking that we are trying to do. What we bring on the table here for our partners, whether it is the government or the academia, is essentially the curriculum. We have our own indigenous proprietary curriculum that we bring, train the trainer, textbooks, everything. You can see the app, which we can actually white label, customize it for your own state or the probably the academia that you belong to. The collaboration across the globe, that is something that we do. I mean, if you're looking at some partnerships in some European country or maybe Asian countries or in Middle East, we can facilitate that because we have our offices and our classrooms over there as well, US as well. So basically all of those possibilities are existing with us. If you want to bring some technology, if you want to do a cross collaboration, if you want to do an exchange program with some country, those are all the things that we are capable of facilitating for you. Some of the technologies, if you can see here, it's milling, turning, grinding, additive, automation, EDM, metal forming. These are the base technologies for any advanced manufacturing, on top of which sits the industry specialization, whether it is, again, semiconductors, drones, and EVs. So these are some of the technologies, and the names on the bottom you see are the OEMs who are exclusive partners with us in some cases, and in most cases, they are working closely with us. So those OEM partners become the technologies on which we teach our students, so that when they go to the companies, they are trained on actual OEM machines which are used in the industry. So just to give you a small anecdote, in Haridwar, when we set up the first COE in Uttarakhand, we gave them the most advanced Haas machines for machining. And when the industry came and saw it, they were stunned because none of the SIDCUL, which is the industry body over there, had those kind of machines. And when they saw it, they said, can we use it for our own job work as well? I mean, you can actually make any auto part or any defense part in those machines. They are 5-axis machines that we gave it to them. So we don't want to teach students on antiquated or even education equipment because they are not the ones that they will see when they go to the industry. They should be trained on actual machines which are used in the industry so that when they go on day one, they've used it and they are not scared of those machines because these machines are expensive. Some of them cost 3 to 5 crores. The biggest risk that the industry has is not anything else. It's basically that the machines cannot get broken when these people come and they start using them. The roadmap, I mean, the way we do it is we consult with you, we understand your problem, and then we basically go towards designing the curriculum and the whole program for you. So it's a more consultative approach rather than giving you a cookie cutter solution from day one. We work with you to kind of create a right solutioning for you. This is the walkthrough of our state-of-the-art 3D Center of Excellence. So this is a walkthrough that we kind of give to our stakeholders, wherein they give us a space. So say if you have a 2,000 square foot or 5,000 square foot of space, and you have an X number of students to be trained, we kind of show you how your center of excellence will look, because we believe that the equipment and classroom should be together so that they do hands-on training. Some of the work that we've done with IIT Bombay, we do an R&D level of COEs as well with them. In Qatar and in Malaysia, we've just opened a few COEs as well over there. That's about it. One more thing, we have some 3D printed Ganeshji that we've brought for each one of you. Our team members will be distributing it now. There's a small story because it is printed by our students actually who learned it in the last 3 months, and they've printed for you. So you'll see the intricate work that has been done on the Ganeshji, which was 3D printed. So it's up to you. And we would like to speak with you if you have any things for us. We are all here, Phillips Education team. We partner alongside the government and the academia to bring all of this to fruition, because we understand that we are an important component, and we do our best in that. Thank you so much.
Can we have a small token of appreciation for